Make me lose my mind.
Yo, what is up, Origin PC fam? It's kind of a little different today. We have Adam in the chat, and
hey,
it
Adam.
is me. Hey, Adam, what's going on?
Adam,
what you doing?
Got a tan.
It's Filipino Adam here.
Adam got a tan.
What is going on? I do apologize for the late start, but we had some internet things that we needed to fix here, so we are here now. So what's going on? Hey, what's up, Wyatt? Hey, that's my nephew. Everyone say what's up to my nephew.
What's up to my
going on,
nephew?
man?
What's up, my nephew?
What's up, Adam? What's going on, Wyatt? One of the best basketball players in the Bay Area.
Oh.
Yo, what's good? Oh, we got cool name tags? Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely gonna be cool once you get back here, Adam. Yup. What's up, Origin PC fam? What's going on?
Hi.
Oh, Sean, what's going on, man? How you doing?
All right, I'll get up.
Okay. Yo.
I don't know what I was doing.
Yep, absolutely. My name is Raphael. I'm the creative marketing manager here, and I'm here with the one and only, the GOAT builder, PJ. What's going on,
What's up,
PJ?
everybody?
Yo, what do you got to say for today? You got some motivational stuff going on here? No, you don't got here.
Usually it's something simplistic at the end. So maybe I might have some.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm not sure yet.
Yep, absolutely. And everybody's in the chat. Yo, what's going on? How do you say your name? Johanna Tan? Johanna Tan. What's up, Johanna Tan? What's going on? We're just gonna wait for a little bit for a little more people to show up over here. Is that Johanna Tan? Yo, that's the buzzword of the week. Johanna Tan. What's up, bro?
Ew.
So yeah, definitely. Yo, what's going on? Yep, absolutely. Yep. Yep, we got it over here. Thank you. Yeah, y'all know what we're gonna be doing here today? Definitely.
Oh, it's over here. You're over here.
Huh?
You're over here. Well, as soon as I can figure out what the hell I can grab your hand and just... Am I there yet? No. It's like
Close
right over
enough.
here.
What's up? Oh,
Gotta get
let's do it.
closer.
Oh, a little closer. Oh, no. So you know what we're doing here today, and if not, I'll tell you. We're going to be building Mighty Mouse, the grandest PC of them all. So if you all stay tuned, we have the nice build coming up. Yup.
No, it is the Filipino Adam.
This is Filipino Adam.
Dark Legion
What's up?
Mage. This is Filipino
What's up, Dark
Adam.
Legion? What's up? Yeah, he'll be back. He's out of town, so I'm subbing in for him today. Thank you for joining, Dark Legion. But he's in chat. He's in chat right now, so it's all good.
You can check him in Reutman TV.
Reutman TV. Recreating the episode of The Office? Yes.
Hardcore parkour.
Yes. If there's any fans of The Office out there, that is exactly what we're doing. The backdrop is looking clean. You see we have the Mighty Mouse colors in the background. Does everybody like that? What's everyone think about that?
It actually meshes very well.
Check it out. Let's see some of the PC.
Oh, you guys want to see the PC? You ready?
Yep, let's check it out.
Check this
Yeah,
out.
I can introduce who we're going to be interviewing today. Yep.
Check this out. It's empty. There's nothing in it. What the hell? What do you want me to do with this?
Yep. Huh?
What do you want me to do with this?
I don't know. We should just throw it out, right? But yeah.
Now I kind of wish that Seabass didn't get rid of that other case, because I would have like just thrown it like if it was,
Oh my goodness.
we had a damaged case in the room
we're not
earlier.
Doing that. We're not
and I
doing
would
that
have just
in
like
here. We're not
faked
doing
it on
that at
everybody, like I
Origin PC.
tossed this case. Like I don't want to do this. Ah!
So let's get to it. If you guys don't know who we're going to be interviewing and who we're building for today, it's the famous Demetrius Johnson, aka Mighty Mouse. He is one of the best and debatable for the greatest of all time mixed martial arts fighter in the whole entire world. Started off his career in the WEC, UFC, and now he's in one championship. So definitely excited to do his build. And not only he's a great fighter, he's also a great gamer.
Very humble guy too.
So humble. Yeah. Every time that I see him and I see him in interviews, he's just such a good guy. Like I can't believe, usually people in that area have like a bad attitude.
Yeah.
You know?
They try to create the drama. He doesn't
Dude,
want to do that.
No, and it's pretty awesome. And I think it really falls in line with his brand and makes him even like a better person in general.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So excited to be here and excited to definitely interview him today. Yeah. Let's check out some of the build, man. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, before we do that, let's go on to something else that we have here. We're doing a giveaway with the one and only Brianna Plays. Let's pull that up really quick.
What's Brianna playing?
Brianna plays everything.
Like what?
Huh?
Like what?
She plays a lot of stuff. She plays you, man. Yeah, absolutely, bro. But anyways, yeah, we're getting back to it. This giveaway, she's giving away a Xenon Flex, and we can, Carol, can we put that link in the chat? All you have to do is click on some of those little things there and enter your chance to win a Xenon Flex. Check that out. Yeah, absolutely. Yo. What's up, Kev? How you doing? Got him! Yeah, we got internet back, Kev. Yeah, absolutely. And absolutely, we're also doing another giveaway if you want to check that out too. It's a Last of Us PC. And all you have to do is enter all these details to win that beautiful PC. I know there's a lot of entries, so if you want to put yours in right now, then that would be definitely... Oh, yep. Pull that up really quick. Let's see what's the specs.
The specs. We are Mighty Mouse's PC. He is a Corsair 5000D
No, not those specs, guy. We're still doing the Last of Us PC. Give us 1 second because we definitely want to promote this for sure. No! Party foul. Okay. So in this PC, and if I can zoom in really quick on this, the case is a 5000T. The motherboard is a Zeus ROG Crosshair X670E Hero. The CPU is a 7950 X3D. The GPU is a 7900 XTX. 64 gigs of Corsair Dominator memory.
64 gigs?
Man, that's crazy, bro.
Is it?
That's pretty nice, man.
Is it? Is that what you're saying?
Dude, can I win this if you work here, can I enter this?
Is it that crazy?
I don't know, man.
Can't. Unfortunately, you can't.
Everybody out there, I wish we can, but...
I think I just get a kick out of building it for the winner.
These giveaways are for y'all, not for us, for sure. But yeah, it has a 2 terabyte Samsung 990 Pro, Corsair ATX 1600, titanium PSU. The fans is a QL IQ RGB, 10 of them.
Which ones? QL 120s.
Yeah, the QL 120s.
10 of them.
10.
3 in the back, 3 in the front, 3 in the top, 1 in the back.
Oh man, and it comes with a Windows 11 standard and a Hydro X Series XD5. That's gonna be awesome.
Windows 11 Home is standard?
Yeah, I would say so.
I don't know.
I mean, what do you get with the Pro version?
A few more extra features.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think all of us here in the chat would definitely go with the Home. But yeah, if you all have a chance to enter this giveaway, the link is in the chat right now. Yup. So yeah, I guess now we can get into the build, right?
Oh, now you want to get into the build, right?
Huh?
Now I can talk? Or is that what
We can do that now.
I'm just giving Raphael a hard time.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely, man. This is my first time, so it's definitely cool.
I gotta bust his chops.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
Let's check it out.
If we're gonna be switching over, let's talk about who Mighty Mouse is gonna be getting in this nice rig here. Ready to go? All right. So Mighty Mouse's PC is gonna consist of a Corsair 5000D airflow case with a custom Origin front plate. We're gonna be using a MSI MPG Z790 Edge Wi-Fi motherboard.
Oh.
It's gonna have an Intel i9 13900K. It's gonna have a GeForce RTX 4090 GPU. I'm not certain yet from looking in the bin. It is a Zotac Gaming 4090. It's gonna have a 1 terabyte Samsung 990 Pro M.2, a 4 terabyte Samsung 860 QVO, 860 QVO SSD for storage, 4 terabytes. That's a hell of a lot, my boy. Corsair ARM 1200X for the power supply. Am I correct on the fans? Yes, 10 Corsair LL120s will be put inside this case, so it'll light up like a Christmas tree. Corsair H150i Capellix cooler with the LCD, which is pretty dope. And Windows 11 standard. So is this guy right here was this guy here standard.
Look at that print though.
That's pretty pricey for standard.
Oh, look at that print. Let's show the print a little bit in the beginning.
The logo is dope. And the other thing I like too is when we sent it to the UV printer, he actually textured the outer light blue outline of the image.
Yo, check it out. Like, put it in the camera. Let's check it out really quick.
Let me move this out of the way. Right there, is that a good shot?
Yeah, right there. Ooh. That is actually looking really, really nice. What does everybody think about that UV print?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey guys.
Yo, that looks pretty sick. Yo, touch the texture really quick so everyone can check that out.
The texture would be like right on this outline.
Yo, check that out
All
real
this
quick.
here is texture. You can feel a little bump. I don't know how close I can get, but you can actually see it.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Maybe.
Man. Can everyone hear an echo? Let's check it out. Hold on one second. Let's get a close-up of that shot.
Right around here, here's all textures. All of this. It's pretty dope. We can also add extra layers to it on different images too, so if we wanted to create something like popping out. I remember we did that once before for the Crisis PC that we built. That we did a whole full texture detail on the main character of the game and put him on the front glass panel. It looked insane. There was multiple layers on that.
Dang.
But this is sick.
That's definitely
I
crazy.
really like this logo, man. I don't know who created this logo, or we did or he did, but it's sick. I really dig it. Oh, when they did it on the glass panel too, it's textured as well.
Which country are you participating in? I think this is a US and Canada only giveaway, unfortunately.
Which one, the Last of Us giveaway?
There are 10 PJs and 10 Raphaels in the room. What's going on? They have duplicated.
What are we talking about? We have an echo
We
or
don't
something?
see it here. Yeah. We're gonna kick it. Yo, what's up?
What? I don't know what's going on.
Yo, what's going on?
Oh.
Is it, hey,
Echo.
no longer, okay, no echo. All right, good. All right, cool. Yup. Absolutely. Hey, how's it going, that Deluxe Gaming? What's going on? It's gone. Okay, Wyatt, what's up?
What's up, everybody?
Yo, what's going on? Well, thank you, Bertecki.
Bertecki, man, appreciate you, dude.
No,
Thank you very
gotta
much,
eat dinner.
man.
Come back.
Dude, eat dinner and watch.
Yeah, eat dinner and watch
you
it.
Can, you know, there's such thing is called multitasking, right? You can do that. You can eat, you eat and watch TV, right?
Absolutely.
Which you do.
Yeah, that Deluxe Gaming. Thank you. I really appreciate that shout out.
Thanks, that Deluxe. Appreciate you,
y'all
man.
are amazing.
You
Yo,
ready
let's
to get going?
into it.
You want to get cracking?
Oh, let's get cracking, man. We got like 20 or 30 minutes. Yeah, we got a special guest for you coming up. We actually have Mighty Mouse going to be entering this live stream, so make sure you stay on and check it out. We're going to talk about his career, gaming, everything, life, love, etc. So definitely stick around while we do this beautiful build. Yo, yep. What is that?
What's what?
Is that a purse?
It's my satchel.
Is that his satchel? What's going on?
Don't you make fun of my... It's not what you think it is.
What does everyone think about PJ's satchel?
On point, right? $4.99.
Absolutely.
So,
It's his satchel, everybody.
It's my satchel.
Do you put your wallet in your satchel?
No, my wallet's in
Okay.
my wallet's in my pocket.
Okay.
I got one of them little wallets. You just grab the little tab on the back and it goes. Whoop.
That's awesome.
All right. So let's crack this motherboard out.
Yo, Adam, how's the NYC?
Hey, I'm from New York.
Yo.
Look at me, hot dogs and Yankee
How's it going?
baseball.
Control Alt Deleted. What's going on?
What is this? What was in here? Nothing was in here.
Yo, look at all them boxes. We recycle, correct?
I think so. There's
No,
a
we
big
do.
green container out back. It says recycle on it, and there's a bunch of cardboard in it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Possibly.
No, yeah, I think we do. Yeah, 100%. We got the 3 R's: reuse, reduce, and recycle. Everybody remember that.
Repair, replace, rewind. I don't know. I was just...
Oh, he got his pizza. Adam got his pizza. Yeah, I believe our Discord is up. Could you, Carol, could you put a link in the description for our Discord?
Oh, I control alt deleted. Just
Marlins
chilling.
cap?
Surprised to see a Marlins cap. Why would that be surprising?
Yo, we're in
Florida.
Miami.
You're in Miami, dude.
the
It's the
OG.
Miami Marlins,
What's going on?
my boy.
Were you from Control Alt Deleted?
Oh, you were looking for the M? Dude, that's a throwback. That hat is sick.
Yeah.
I have an all red one with pinstripes on it. And then it's got like a diamond in the inside under the bill.
Yeah.
I barely wear it, dude.
This is the best logo out of all sports
The
logos.
Miami Marlins one took a little bit to actually get
Yeah,
to
yeah.
liking, but after a little while, I was like, you know what? It is a pretty dope logo.
It is. The new one I'm not too much of a fan of.
Really?
A little bit. Yeah.
The Miami Marlins one?
The M.
The F is the Florida logo was always
so,
sick.
you know.
You can never go wrong with that. I know.
You know how it is.
I know how it is.
Yup. Yeah, we put that in the Discord channel. Do you want to pin it? There we go. That's pinned if you want to have any questions.
All right, guys.
Okay.
First things first. i9 1370 Force Wi-Fi motherboard, or Z790 Edge motherboard. My apologies. Get rid of that clamshell. Probably said it a million times if you guys watch the streams. If you're building your own PC, I always encourage it, but make sure when you do it with confidence. Remember, go in there like, I'm gonna put the CPU in. You'll bend pins. You'll liable to damage something. Be confident. Just go in there and just grab the sucker and go, okay, this lines up right here. Done.
Yep.
Close it. Do not take the cap off because you want that for protection so you don't stick your finger in there and bend something. And then once you have the CPU in, push.
The echo is our new effect. What are you talking
And the
about?
tab is.
Yeah.
And then once you're done, make it in the trash can just like I did right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh. That was in the recycling bin, by the way.
That was the recycle bin.
So what's up with you, PJ? What's you been up to, man?
Chilling, man.
Let's get an
Staying
update
busy.
from you.
A little bit better. I'm not really, I've been under the weather the entire week, but I'm doing my best to make sure that we get this build done for Mighty Mouse. I wanted to do this, so whatever issues I may be having, I'll fight it out. I'm not gonna let anything keep me from being here today.
Absolutely. And definitely, PJ's been working out. So look at him, he's getting pretty buff, right?
Yeah, last time you saw me, I was maybe 10 pounds heavier. 10 pounds lighter.
Yeah, you look it, bro. Like every time I see you when I come into the office, you're definitely getting skinnier and skinnier. So great job.
Nivar, the system is Intel based. It's an i9 13900K. Oh, that's cool. The Z790 motherboard, there is no screw to actually unscrew the plate cover that will go over the M.2. There's a little button here. You just push this button and the cover pops off. That's pretty dope. It's very convenient, especially if you're trying to swap drives.
Technology.
Technology.
Yup.
So now,
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's hear some commentary. What are you doing over there, PJ?
I just installed the CPU. I'm going to install the Samsung 1 terabyte 990 Pro M.2 right now. So we're gonna take this out of the case. This is your 990 Pro M.2. 990 Pro, dude, this thing is stupid fast.
That is nice in a small package. Let's check that out for a second. Oh, you're putting it in already?
Oh yeah, I mean, what? It's the size of it's the size of a stick of a chewing gum, you know?
That's
if you really
crazy,
wanted
man.
to look at it.
Technology these days, I remember back in the day, like, oh,
How about
goodness.
this? Look, we'll give a good
Let's check it
example.
out.
It went from, we'll reduce the size, because this is the storage drive. This is the 860 QVO, 4 terabytes. So, we take this out. This is a reduced size. There used to be 3.5s, and then they reduced to a 2.5 solid state drive. Now, they got this, because they make 4 terabytes, the size of a stick of chewing gum.
That's crazy, man.
Man, all that power in here. I think they even make 8 terabytes of this. Can you imagine 8 terabytes in this?
I remember
Why?
floppy disks that were kilobytes. So
The little 2.5 floppies.
Oh my
Yeah, dude.
goodness. So just imagine.
Thank you
putting all of that-
thank you for
throwback.
ranging my age for me.
Yeah,
I
that's how
appreciate
you range
Thank
your
you.
age. Did you start off? Did the whole chat start? Which kind of storage space did everyone start off with? I did floppy disk for sure.
Dude. Well, I didn't actually get into PC gaming until like 2-3 years after being here at Origin.
Oh.
It took the entire manufacturing at the time to convince me, and I got my PC running. Just to give you an idea, Star Wars Battlefront had just come out.
Oh wow.
So that was my first build. My first
But
build
was
had
you
a.
played on Xbox too, or what?
I was an Xbox player. I was always on the console.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
for me, it was like, nah, I don't want to jump on PC. I already do this game. I play this game. I'm already invested. I have all this time. And if I jump on PC, then I got to start over to do stuff. And I was like, man, I don't want to do that. But then everybody here at Origin was, oh, this game's coming out. And at the time, as a collective, there's maybe like 20, 30 people working here at the time. So this dates how far I've been here. Everybody would jump on the same game, and there'd be one particular day that everybody at Origin would jump on and be in one room. And I was like, man, I don't want to be the only guy left out. So I ended up piecing my own little PC together. I had a 590 classified. I think it was a 2600K i7, something like that. Dude, it was the basic of the
Dude,
basic,
that's
man.
crazy. Was it air cooled?
It wasn't air cooled. I believe I at least had a 120 millimeter all-in-one cooler on it.
Oh, it was Corsair probably.
Yeah, but it was
right?
no.
Okay.
I know what it was, but for the sake
It was
of our
Corsair.
stream, yeah, it was Corsair.
It was beautiful.
But remember, this is like we're dating almost like 7-8 years ago. So
Yeah.
the system didn't last me long, but once I got it up and running and I was happy with what it was, that's when I got the bug and I started better and better. Now let's fast forward. I have a 13900 KF. I have 64 gigs of memory. I got an RTX 3080 Ti, a 5000 T.
Okay.
So I'm running LL120s in my entire system, dude.
Yeah.
I have a 280,
nice.
a 280 millimeter all-in-one cooler on my system with the LCD cooler. It's
nice. So
I'm
what you're
very
saying-
happy with my
What
rig
you're
right now.
saying is you're a hoarder.
I play it
Yeah, you play it.
sometimes. I just like to look at it too because it just sits pretty.
So when you did that, the switch was worth it for sure from console to a
Yeah,
PC.
because fast forward now, my Xbox is in my closet collecting dust.
Oh,
So yeah, the bug.
my goodness.
Move over to the dark side, right? Don't you? Right? You know that's what it is, man. When you get hooked on these things, it is what it is. Your investment is. It better be worth it. For the person's sake. But when I tell people who have never gotten into PC gaming, they're always on consoles, is if you're looking to get into to PC gaming and you're not 100% certain or sure that's exactly where you want to be, maybe you want to just buy a. So it's on. No, it's on. You can't hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you might want to start off with a budget build, maybe hand-me-down parts, or somebody has a PC that they would want to sell you for inexpensive.
Yeah.
Then go that route because you're not going to be 100% certain, and you don't want to go invest thousands of dollars in something that you're going to be like, you know what? This isn't really what I like. Then you just ended up with a $3,000 machine that all you do is go on the internet and surf the internet and play movies on.
Yeah,
you can do that with your TV.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
But it'll give you a chance, to start that.
Correct.
Modern
It might
day
give you the
gaming,
bug. Like you'd be like, you know what?
Absolutely.
This is something I like. Maybe I want to upgrade it. Maybe I
Yep.
want to get better parts, components. That's where I would start. I wouldn't just go dive nose deep into something not knowing 100% sure or certain that's exactly what I want to use or do.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's definitely worth it for sure. Like I remember when I switched to actually PC because usually I started off as a designer.
Mind you. Sorry, I'm gonna interrupt. Mind you, I've been around PCs and computers my entire life. Uncle growing up, he had old Commodore 64s.
Does he still have it?
God rest his soul. He passed away when I was in my early 20s. He was really proud when I actually started working in a previous computer company.
Yeah.
He was so hyped. He was super happy, but he passed away. But I guess I like to say that I move on with what he loved and his legacy because I'm the one that stuck with PC gaming as far as my brothers are concerned. My brothers all do. I grew up in a family of plumbers, so they stuck to the plumbing thing. That's where I get my hardline tubing. The ideas of doing all my hardline tubing is because I have a plumbing background too. So when I got the opportunity to do hardline systems, I was like, oh, I can do that. That's easy. I did the same stuff when I worked for my old man. So that's why I was like, oh, I can do that. That's not a problem. The only difference was you're not working with copper. You're working with acrylic.
Yeah. So, were you one of the Mario Brothers? Is that what you're saying?
I was not one of the Mario Brothers.
Was it Pete? There's Mario, Luigi Mario, and then PJ Mario.
No, we're German, not Italian.
I'm joking around.
We're German.
That's so funny that Kevin said that he started off his storage journey on a stone tablet.
Who said that?
Kevin. That's so funny.
I believe that. I believe that.
Yeah, I guess you could start off with a budget build to appreciate it more, but
Absolutely. Again, like I said,
I really do think so. But once you get that budget build, I feel like if you invest a lot of money into a computer and a PC for gaming, content creation, streaming, if you buy it big the first or second time or whatever, since you spent all that money, you're kind of like acclimated to use that more since you spent more money on it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it forces you to kind of use it.
What if it's not your thing? What if, you know what? I don't want a game, I just need something just to surf the internet. Now you're out like $3,000-$4,000 because you just bought this monstrosity of a system, theoretically, that I could have spent like $600-$700, maybe a stack the most, and had something just to try out if I liked it.
Yeah.
See, I like this conversation back and forth because we have two different opinions.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and I get it. And I think it's just because, always when I bought something expensive like camera equipment or like a PC and stuff like that, you're always acclimated to use it because you don't really want to waste that money.
But when you got your camera equipment and you started using it, did you go all in on your did you get a really expensive camera, or did you start off with something you were like a used camera or something just to start to get you?
You know what's funny? That when I first started, I actually bought one of the nicest cameras that you could buy. And this is also dating my age. So if everyone wants to hear my background, I started off in video production, and that's one of my base here. And that's half of the things that I do here at Origin PC. When I started, it was on DV tapes. You remember DV tapes that you had to put in there and start recording?
It was like a cassette, right?
It was like a cassette.
Like a little bit bigger than an actual, like a tape cassette?
Yeah, it was a little bit bigger than a tape cassette.
Like a, what do you call it? Like a Betamax?
It was after Betamax.
Okay.
So there was DV
See, that
tapes.
predates me too, because just to let you know, I had a Betamax.
Age if you know. Yo, link in the chat if you know what Betamax was. Oh my
Betamax
goodness.
was awesome, dude.
Do you remember what Betamax was?
I felt like a giant when I had a Betamax cassette in my hand. I was like,
goodness.
I was like, really? Look at the baby thing. Oh, it's cute.
Technology that goes down in the history books is Betamax. It was actually not that bad.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
it was just,
Betamax was not that bad at all.
I would honestly say all it was just a mini cassette, like a mini VHS cassette.
Yeah, it was like a little mini. But after that, I think there was like another storage unit, but DV. Even like a standard definition camera at that point was still like $6,000, $7,000. So that was one of the first cameras that I invested in, was an actual SD camcorder. And then the next year, you know how technology is, they released actually an HD version of it. So it was basically like a waste of money that I spent all my money on it. So maybe thinking about,
I would be so pissed.
I was so angry. I was so angry.
I can relate. When the Civic, I bought my very first car, my first brand new car, I was 25. That's when it was like a 2006, 2007 Civic. I bought it and I was super happy. And then I ended up joining a Honda Civic car club. It was of all like-minded people with the same Civics, and they all had an SI, and I didn't.
Oh yeah?
And I was like, damn it.
You felt left out?
I was like, why did I buy this car? And then everybody in the car club that I'm still friends with, some of them, they all question me the same thing. Why did you buy that car? You could have had an SI.
That's so funny. Man, thinking back at it, nowadays, now you have like a little camera right here that's like very high quality. Look how nice quality everything is here.
I am oily.
Look at this. When you start a build, what do you usually start off with? You start off placing things in the motherboard?
Excuse me?
When you start like a build,
yes, when I start, I always start with the motherboard first. Once I have the motherboard completed, then I'll add the motherboard into the case. Once I have the motherboard inside the case, I'll wire the case to the motherboard. Okay. Then my next step would be adding the fans to the system. Once the fans that aren't added to the cooler are installed with all wired up, then I move to the cooler, adding the remaining set of fans. So these first 6, the 3 here in the front and the 3 here on the side will go installed. I'll connect it here with an RGB controller. The top 3 and the one in the back, the 3 especially here for the that where the H150 will be, that'll be connected to what's called the Commander Core. That's going to control the fan speeds and monitor the CPU when the system is running to make sure if it runs hot or if it gets hot at any point, Corsair IQ will tell it to speed the fans up. So the ones that are primarily going to be running through IQ are these 3 on the top and 1 in the back. The front 6 will probably be monitored. I'll have it monitored through the motherboard. So that will speed up and slow down through PWM setup on the BIOS. Once I have that done, I'll make sure that everything back here is nicely tidied up. I'll add the power supply. We'll plug that sucker in, and then when we have that done, we finalize it with the GPU, and then I power the system on.
Ooh. Can you repeat that again? Like, I don't think anyone was listening. My bad.
The sad part is I could, but I don't want to. So I'm just gonna keep working.
Blah, 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 blah.
Wow. All right.
All right, guys. No, I'm just joking,
No.
man. I am just joking, bro.
Oh.
All right, I think we're gonna switch over to the specs right now. Let's call them out. Let's call them out, PJ.
For Mighty Mouse's PC,
Yeah.
it's Corsair 5000D Airflow case with the Origin PC front plate customized. It's a MSI Z790 Edge Wi-Fi motherboard with an Intel i9 13900K, 32 gigs of Corsair Dominator RGB at 5200 megahertz. We are also running a 4 terabyte Samsung 860 QVO into the system, a 1 terabyte Corsair, 1 terabyte, did I say Corsair? Let me start that over. 1 terabyte Samsung 990 Pro M.2, a 4 terabyte Samsung 860 QVO for storage, Corsair iQ H150i Capellix LCD Cooler Elite to keep it nice and cool. We have 10 of these bad boys. These are the Corsair LL120 fans. We're gonna be putting these inside the system. We have a Zotac. I actually like this GPU. This GPU is really nice looking. Zotac GeForce RTX 4090. This is a really good looking GPU. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh yeah.
The shape of that I don't know.
It's
Zotac
very,
just
very
really did a good
nice.
job with it.
Yeah.
And then to top it off, to put the icing on the cake, we're gonna be using a Corsair HX1200 power supply. Now, mind you, if you see it like this, it's because I take these parts out of the system first before we build it. I have to test it, make sure it works. I don't wanna go into the build and have something malfunction or have a problem with it.
Absolutely. I think we're ready. This is what everybody was waiting for. I believe we are going to have a chat with the one and only Mighty Mouse.
When?
Yo, yo. Absolutely. In 1 second. Sorry for everybody waiting over there.
I am gonna get cracking.
Look at this guy. Hello?
Yo.
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 Mighty Mouse, what's going on?
Going on. I don't know if we're doing FaceTime or just having a chat. What's going on here?
Yeah, we're just having a chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what's going on,
happening?
man? Chillin', man. It's very, very nice to meet you. I know this is kind of like our introduction to talking right now, but definitely excited to have a chat with you.
How's it going, Mighty
Likewise.
Mouse?
Yo, I'm
What's going
Raphael. I'm Raphael. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Raphael, and the other gentleman named who's building the
PJ.
has a bald head.
PJ, I think I built a couple of your PCs already.
You said PJ?
Yes, sir.
It's PJ.
Hey, nice to meet you, PJ.
Yo. So what is going on in your world, man? It's definitely an honor to talk to you. I definitely followed your career from the very beginning, so definitely want to talk a little bit about everything from MMA to gaming, your life. If that's okay with you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's do it.
I'm definitely into this. I wanted to catch up on your history as well. So I was actually speaking to Raphael the other day, and I saw a small documentary on YouTube on how your rise and the struggles that you had to go to, and how you switched over to one. And it was a 15-minute doc, and I think it summed up so much up about you, and it was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Very humble person. The fact that you go into every match and you just keep a straight face. You don't cause any drama, no problems. You just go in. You respect your opponent even when you win. And the fact that Rogan says you are pound for pound, like, yo, I was like, yo, this dude's crazy.
It is. It's very, and I think you're my goat. You're my goat, Mighty Mouse, for sure.
Nice, man.
But yeah, definitely. I know that when you first started off, you started off in. I guess when I first seen you fight was in the WEC. I know there was some before that, but definitely had a chance to see it just because it was on cable at the time, and there was WC got a little bit of a rap, but they had so much talent in that area. What were your thoughts about that? When you started, when was that first fight that you said that, yeah, this definitely is my career moving forward?
Yeah. Well, first, thanks for all the praise. I truly appreciate that. My career started when I was 18 years old as an amateur, but I really, make a breakout in the scene until I made it to WEC. It was WEC 48. It was the first time that Zuffa, which was at the time the UFC, purchased WEC, and I was fighting Brad Pickett on, I believe it was on Versus TV. It was their first pay-per-view, but I was on the undercard prelims. My first fight, broke my hand in the first round, and went out to the decision. I lost that fight against Brad Pickett. And then, went home and gathered my thoughts. I kept on fighting. But WC was great, because it had, 135 all the way up to 205. And the big discussion was like, could the WC guys compete with the UFC guys? Because you had WC 155-pound champion. At the time, I think it was Jamie Bonner. You had Donald, that's where Donna Cerrone came from. That's where Josie Aldo came from. Yeah. Mike Brown. I mean, Cub Swanson. This just goes on of killers of killers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that was where, WC pretty much made its roots. We always say blue never dies. All the guys who came from WC, a lot of them went off to the UFC and became champions and did amazing things.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Uriah Faber. You remember Uriah Faber?
Yep.
Hermes Franca. Remember Hermes Franca? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hermes Franca's from down here. He was he trained in Nagura in West Palm Beach. So he was kind of like a local in our scene a little bit. So I used to see him a little bit here and there at Nagura's gym. And obviously, I don't know if he was at American Top Team or not. But yeah, like all those guys kind of share a passion for that WC. Like when I'm not really too much. All my friends are. I tried it a little bit back in the day, but I hung out with those people, and Hermes Franco was like that person that, the WEC was that place that everybody was hungry, and if you made it in WEC, that was like your big break. You know what I mean? That was your big break for sure, right?
Yep, absolutely. And like you said, you have a couple of legends, Faber, Joseph Benavidez. I mean,
Frank Shamrock. Frank Shamrock. Remember Frank Shamrock was there?
Yeah, Frank Shamrock, Chase Beebe. I mean, there's so many guys who came from the WEC, went off to the UFC, and even Bellator, Pride, Rising, all that stuff.
Elite XC. You remember Elite XC?
Yeah.
Strike Force.
Yeah. Showtime, Elite. I mean, there were so many of them. So WEC was a good platform for the smaller weight classes to be able to make a name for themselves and then move on to the bigger shows. So I'm super grateful for my time in the WEC.
Absolutely, man.
Very entertaining matches, man.
It was really good because that's the time when you didn't really have internet on your phone, but you had internet on an actual computer. So WC was that good. Say if you didn't have enough money to go watch a pay-per-view and then actually see some of the highlights, it was on Spike TV or something like that, so you can get your taste of all those hungry stars that were on that at that time. You know what I mean? So I really do appreciate that, even though I think it was acquired by UFC and now defunct, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was purchased by Zuffa, aka UFC at the time. The Fertitta brothers brought it and pretty much absorbed, the whole divisions. And that's when they made out with the 135-pound division. I think that was in 2011 when they kind of absorbed it. I can't remember, that's when I had my first pro debut in the UFC when I fought Kei Yamamoto. So I always go back to 2011. And I fought Brad Pickett in 2010 in California. So yeah. I'll say 2010, 2011, that's when it kind of absorbed into the UFC.
For sure. And I thought, I'm hearing it, I do remember now, that's when they kind of did the cage change the size too, right? To just accommodate that. So it got a little bit better for smaller weight classes in the UFC, kind of adopting that size cage in the UFC after that, correct? Is that right?
No, they always had the massive cage in the UFC. The WEC had a smaller cage, and so that was the one thing we all had to get ready for or transition to was you're fighting in a small cage in WC. Now you're going to this massive cage in the UFC because it had to hold, the heavyweights, which was 265.
Sure. Oh, wow. I couldn't even imagine. So a little bit of background on me, I did wrestle, but I was in that kind of middle weight class where it was heavyweight, and I'm not, I don't have the bone structure for a heavyweight. I was just in the middle, so if I needed to cut weight to 205, they would just sweat me out. if they needed somebody in that weight class.
I used to see guys do that at the gym. I'd be working out and going to the sauna to relax, and there'd be two guys in there.
I do remember
with,
those days.
With like look like they have
Sweating, you
trash
can't
bags
drink,
from neck down,
you have to cut
sweating.
weight.
Go outside, do like 100 push-ups, come back in.
Yeah, I remember wrestling in high school. I had to cut like eat Skittles, but I couldn't swallow. You just like spit out the water, so you could just like, man, those things were. High school wrestling was crazy. Well, you know, it's nothing compared to what you've been through, Mighty Mouse, for sure.
Hey, at least you've done something and you experienced that whole wrestling career. I think wrestling is probably one of the greatest sports in the world because there's nothing like it. Like a team camaraderie, working, you go out there and you fight, you know, another person your size. And I think it's one of the best transitions from, you know, the sport to mixed martial arts, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I think that's how you had this advantage going into, and that's a good transition into WEC. It was acquired by UFC, and then now you're on center stage at UFC at like one of the biggest stages of all time when it comes to MMA fighting, correct? So
yeah, that's correct.
That base of the conditioning and that base of kind of that clinch. I was watching your highlights. The clinch is awesome. Ground is awesome, and having that base and also having that conditioning from wrestling really helped you out go late to those later in those rounds, correct? Is that kind of that advantage that you have in that strategy when you fight?
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that helped me through my whole entire career was I had an amazing coach, amazing teammates. You know, Matt Hume, he can do it all. He's not just a coach who can strike or grapple or do Muay Thai clinch. He was, you know, a very complete, well-rounded mixed martial artist. And that's what helped me excel in my career because I did have a good base, which was my wrestling, but I also had the open mind to evolve and be one of the greatest martial artists in the world. And that's what made me so successful, I believe.
Absolutely, man. That's, you know, very great. And, you know, I remember going back to the WEC days, everyone had kind of like still that style of that specified martial art that they fought. So like, for instance, they would still have somebody that was like specified in jiu-jitsu, but that was his advantage. You know what I mean? Jumping into the UFC, everybody is a pretty great all-around fighter. You know what I mean? So that's,
you still see it to this day. You have guys who are one-minded, or not one-minded, excuse me, who are specialized in one thing. Like all they do is strike, and they never want to go to the ground. They never do a double leg takedown or even do jiu-jitsu. I mean, you see it a lot more now where you see people who are more around it, but you still have your specialists in the world of mixed martial arts.
No, absolutely, for sure. So that transitions into like kind of that UFC day, like the UFC days, and that's when it started. Go ahead.
I have a question for you. Aside, I don't even know how to say, who would be your favorite fighter? It's hard to speak. I can hear myself. Who would be your favorite fighter in the UFC? Because right now I have a headset on and I can hear myself, so it's making me stop when I talk.
Who's your favorite fighter?
Like out of any of the MMA events or different promoters right now, who would be your personal favorite fighter that you like?
Yeah, I would say right now is Israel Adesanya. I really love him, his style. Fabricio Andrade, he's absolutely amazing, great stand-up. Then you have the Rotolo brothers who are great at grappling. So there's a lot of the guys I love to watch. But if I have to, you know, Charles Oliveira, you know, when he fights, I'm always going to tune in to watch him fight.
Okay.
I mean, I have a huge list, but those are the ones that come to the top of my mind right now.
Of the greatest of all time is what you're saying, or of
personal favorites?
Personal favorites. Okay, so who's your goat? Who's on your goat list if you had to choose? If you don't mind me
who
asking.
is your goat?
Who's the goat?
Man, obviously my goat is John Jones. I think he's gonna do it all. I've trained in the same room with him. I've seen him fight live. I've seen him, you know, play with his opponents, and I think, you know, he was so much further ahead than everybody. You know, just like myself. And, you know, he was the champion at 205 for the longest time. The only time he actually got stripped of his belt is his outside extracurricular activities, as I like to call it. And, you know, then that list is always changing, you know. Like, for the longest time, I still have Khabib as my lightweight GOAT, but every time I see Charles Oliveira fight and just his skill set, I'm like, man, I think this guy's the GOAT at lightweight. I just don't see anybody being complete as him.
Absolutely, man. Those are some really good choices, and it's very hard. I know it's just very hard to just pick just one person, you know? I definitely do.
Absolutely.
It's just debatable. You're my favorite, and then obviously, like, out of anybody, you know, I would have to say, at any fighting style would probably be Manny Pacquiao. That would be kind of mine. In any fighting discipline would be Manny Pacquiao. And then It would also have to be man, it's just so hard, man. It's just so hard, dude. Just because it's just, like, there's so many skilled fighters out there. So, like, to have that GOAT debate on who is actually your top 5, 10, it's
difficult.
It's very difficult.
It's like asking you who are your favorite hip hop artists. Top 5.
I asked
you
them.
Can't do it.
You can't do it, man.
Yeah, extremely hard.
It's impossible. You're like, you put 5 and you're like, oh wait, I forgot about this guy and I forgot about this guy. Hold on, I gotta put them in. So I'm gonna take this one out.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And I've been like transitioning to UFC, man. It's kind of like that's where you solidified yourself. Like so many title defenses with all the best opponents. It really doesn't have a conversation there. But could you tell us your experiences in the UFC?
Yeah, my experience in the UFC was great. Obviously, I became a champion in 2012 against Joseph Benavidez at UFC 152 in Toronto, Canada. Then after that, I went on an 11-fight win streak, defended my belt 11 consecutive times. And my experience was amazing, man. Had some great battles. Me and Henry Cejudo had some good battles. John Dodson, Kyoto Horiguchi, Chris Cariaso. I mean, it was just a long list of killers.
It was
at that time, and I ended up coming up short against Henry Cejudo, and that's when I was like, I think it's time to do something different. So then that's when I made my transition to one championship.
Absolutely, and I think like out of all the 3, that is like, I feel like your personality and your fighting style and how you respect other fighters. I think like one is like the greatest brand that you could be in right now. You know what I mean? Because I do really respect that one as an organization. They 100%, like they respect the art of the fighting. You know what I mean? And others, they do a little bit of the drama. There's so much drama behind the scenes and stuff like that. You kind of forget about who the fighter and what they really appreciate because they've been working so hard this whole career to be on stage, So I like it how the fight is in the front, and then like kind of the drama is in the background, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the biggest thing about one championship that separates him from everybody else is that it's a home martial art. So it's not just based around mixed martial arts. It has kickboxing, Muay Thai, submission wrestling, boxing, and mixed martial arts to tie it all together. And
I would say one of the great things about it too is it brought a lot of unknown fighters that were really talented into the spotlight.
Yeah, not like, international fighters specifically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Like John Haggerty, Stamp Fairtex, you have Rod Tang, you have Superfun, you have Chingiz Alazov, you have so many good guys international. And that's the thing I always tell people is that, everybody looks at the UFC as the biggest premier platform, which it is in North America. Then you have the biggest premier platform in Asia, which is one championship. So you have, the East and the West, and you have the best in the West, you have the best in the East. It just so happened to be that I was the best in the West, and now I'm the best in the East.
Then you're the best
one of the things I liked you said in that documentary was, in order to prove that I'm the best in the world, you have to travel the world. You can't just be here local.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I find hard when I look at John Jones, is that I'm sure he can go fight over in Asia, but I know he won't make nowhere near the money he would in Asia, right? And he would have some tough tests over in Asia, because there's some big light heavyweight athletes over there that can probably give him a run for his money. But, at the end of the day, it's about making the most money as possible. So I don't see any reason for him to go over to Asia to compete.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like you put your life on the line every time, and that goes as well as every person that goes into that ring. You know what I mean? Definitely, money's all about it. You know what I mean? The money's all about it, bro. So I wouldn't.
Impossible, but dude, it's always a risk when you step into yourself in that ring, dude. So much respect.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so one
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. One is definitely a good brand to be in. That's the only really one that I follow now, like on all social media, is just because I just like their promotion and just like how much people like the fighters, even though they're fighting with each other, they also have that aligned respect for each other too. You know what I mean? That's part of the brand as well. That's why I like it.
Absolutely. I think you hit it on a nail. Another MMA talk. Let's talk about this beautiful beast behind you there, sir.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's talk about what BJ's top.
Yeah, let's check it out. Yep, absolutely. Let's go through some of the specs.
You asking me for the specs again?
Yeah, let's check it out. Oh, yeah.
Only because I know them off the top of my head?
Yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the build that we're doing for you today, Mr. Demetrius Johnson, is the Corsair 5000D Airflow case. We're going to be pairing it with an MSI Z790 Edge Wi-Fi motherboard. You will now have an Intel i9-13900K. You will have, if I'm not mistaken, 64 gigs of Corsair Dominator RGB memory in your system. You will have a 1 terabyte Samsung 990 Pro M.2, so the system booting up is going to be stupid fast.
Oof.
You will also have a 4 terabyte 860 QVO for storage, so you have 4 terabytes of storage in this little 2.5 drive. I'm going to be putting 10 Corsair LL120 fans, so it'll light up like a Christmas tree.
Hey.
I'm going to pair it with the Corsair H150 Capellix Elite, which has an LCD cooler. Well, actually, if you want, we'll actually throw your logo right in the middle of it. I think that would look pretty dope.
That'd be dope.
We also have, I think this is going to be the cherry on top. Oh, I bet you're waiting for this guy. Zotac RTX 4090.
Yeah. What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
That's what I wanted to hear right there, my dude. So I have a question for you. What got you into gaming?
So I've always been gaming since I was a kid, and my sister, my mom was something kind of we did growing up, and then until
console
I got
PC?
No, console. Console was the first one, and then once I got older, and what got me into PC was Twitch. I was watching a gentleman stream on Twitch, and next thing you know, I started streaming on my PlayStation 3.
Okay.
I think it was 3, and it was Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn. And then somebody reached out to me and goes, hey, if you want to take this serious, you should probably get a PC. And I was like, okay, well, do you have any recommendations? And I was like, yes, sir. That's when I met Kevin. And
that's what I was just about to ask that question. How did you get in contact with Kevin?
That's when I met Kevin, and then I said, hey, I need a PC. And my very first PC I purchased was a streaming and a gaming PC in one. And after that, I was hooked on PC from the rest of my life. Like I remember I bought my first, Origin PC, then bought my second one, and then I bought 2 laptops. And then next thing you know, he goes, dude, do you want to just come on board and be ambassador for us? I'm like, sure. And then that was 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. And now
that's when I started. So your name has been popping up in this building ever since I started. I've been Origin for 10 years. I started in 2013, but known Kevin for well over 20.
Wow. Yeah, and that's when I first started with PC, and I'll never go back. Like I'll never switch brands or go anywhere else. Like even my best friend, Chris, he's got an Origin PC. My nephew's got an Origin PC. My kids got 2 Origin PC laptops for when they was doing COVID-19. So that's what they were doing their school on. So we bleed red here. We bleed red.
That's awesome. Thank you. Wow.
Oh, you couldn't get a better promotion than that, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Come on, from the man himself.
Could we have a second take of that, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to do like you did to me? Can you repeat that?
I'm messing with you.
Do it one more time.
The biggest reason why
we love to hear it. Go ahead.
When I went with Origin PC was just a 24/7 customer support, right? And I've had times where I've had something show up and it just doesn't work. It's part of the gig. You go buy a brand new Mercedes off the lot, take it home. A week later something might happen. You take it back to Mercedes, they fix it, and that's what you guys have done for me. I'll never forget when the kids first got their laptop. Now my son plays People Playground on it. They absolutely love it. So I think you can't beat that 24/7 customer support and pretty much lifetime warranty on all the cases or PCs you buy. So that's why I've been here for 10 years. I haven't gone anywhere else. And there's been people out there who offered me towers, laptops. I'm like, nah, doc, I'm with Origin PC. I love them, and there's no reason they go anywhere. So I just keep it real. I mean, that's why I bought 5 fucking PCs before I came on board.
Absolutely, man. Well, thank you for that.
Thank you so much for that, dude. We love the support from you, man.
Yeah. And we enjoy building PCs for you too. This is my first run, but you're gonna definitely be happy.
I totally agree with the thing that he said about like, oh, you want Mercedes, there's gonna be problems with it. So I tell everybody about their cable management. You can have a $6,000 computer, but if you're stuffing all the cables in the back and then just cramming the case closed, I mean, what are you doing? You don't go and buy a Tesla from the dealership and then there's wires hanging out from under the dash.
True.
No. Nope, no sir.
I wouldn't go buy a car like that.
Nah.
Hell no.
Nah. Yeah. I'm cheap, so I'll be like, can I get a discount? No, I'm joking around. So yeah, I mean, I guess like what games are you playing right now?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, so right now I'm playing Street Fighter 6 and I'm also playing Diablo 4.
Dude,
And
Oh my goodness.
just because I gotta keep it between, I would love to tell you, but just to keep it between Raph, how awesome do you think Street Fighter 6 would be on my project I'm working on for him?
Huh?
How awesome do you think he would like my project and play Street Fighter 6 on?
Is it a secret still?
It's still a secret.
It's still a secret. It's still a sorry.
But-
why'd you bring it up then?
I wish I
know.
could, man. I really wish I
absolutely.
could.
Street Fighter.
hey, all good.
But you would get a
Check
kick
this.
out of playing Street Fighter
Oh, you're
6 on
gonna
it.
like definitely you're gonna get kept in the loop. Don't worry about that one.
I can't wait.
Man,
So
yeah.
I'm playing those two games right now, and I know a lot of people are asking me, man, why are you getting another PC? Why are you getting another PC? I'll tell you why. One, I always want to stay up to date with the graphics card. The 4090 just came out, maybe a year ago, a year ago, and I recently just got into editing my videos for my YouTube channel. So I need something to be able to process rendering the videos a lot faster. And that's why I wanted to get, a brand new PC and something a little faster. And, I know 4090 can run pretty much everything. So when I'm playing Street Fighter 6 or I'm playing Diablo 4, I want to play that bad boy on max settings. I want the full, I just got a brand new OLED monitor, 8K. I'm trying to be immersed in my game.
Nice.
I'm trying to go down the rabbit hole.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
100%, man. Who's your favorite character on Street Fighter? Let's hear your squad. Let's squad up. Who's your favorite?
Right now it's Ryu. I'm platinum with Ryu.
Okay.
And I'm trying to learn how to play Guile. He's extremely hard, but I think he's a very unique character.
Yeah.
I can play with Ken, but I feel like Ken is just. When I first started playing Street Fighter 6, I was manning Ken, but I just can't really. After playing Ryu is just so damn smooth in Street Fighter 6. And so I've been.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And I've been a Ryu ever since then.
No, for sure. Guile from the beginning has always been kind of like a stiff character. You know what I mean? And I think that definitely, like in this one, they definitely did like some of the new mechanics in this version, right? Like it feels different.
Like the drive rush is a beautiful mechanic in the game, and also with the exhaustion system. So you gotta manage it and be strategic about how you move.
Exhaustion system? So your character can fatigue?
Yes, your character can fatigue.
What?
So there's a system where
better.
if you block too much, it starts to chip away at that. Then when you become exhausted, your character will still, function normally, not normally, but he'll still function, but he'll function a little bit slower. And then if you get hit against the cage, then you get dazed, and then it's a shit show, man. But it's an amazing mechanic to add into the Street Fighter realm.
Awesome.
So it would be safe to say you're into fighting games.
Yeah.
Oh, I love fighting games. I think Street Fighter 6.
You looking forward to the new
Capcom's
Tekken?
amazing. I am not. I love Tekken. I love what they've done. I think they hit on a nail for the best fighting game to actually have different techniques. What I mean by that is you have Steve Fox, who's a boxer. He moves like a boxer. He takes angles like a boxer. He also hits the liver like a boxer. Then you have Jin Kazuya, who's more of a karate style, along with Kazuya. Then you have Hayachi, and then you have Eddie Aguero, who's more capoeira. So
the cheap capoeira fighters who you're talking about.
Yeah, fucking guy.
Your boy chooses Eddie Gordo, and you're like, bro.
Every
why
time,
don't you just pick
every
Eddie
time I
Gordo?
use Eddie playing Tekken, I always thought of that movie Only the Strong.
Yeah,
Capoeira fighter.
Yeah.
He's such a cheap fighter, though, man. He was such a cheap
Because he
person
was
to pick.
dude, when he first came out on the game, he was literally impossible to beat.
Yeah. He still is. My coach plays him. He goes, "I'm gonna beat you in Tekken." I was like, "Yeah, I know. You're gonna pick fucking Eddie Guerrero." And then he picks him, and I'm like, there
That's
goes
like-
it.
Yeah.
That's like our manufacturing manager. You're gonna play him in Street Fighter, and all he wants to do is play Blanca because he wants to shock you and fly across the screen back and forth.
The two cheap characters.
Take that, Richard.
For sure.
Yeah, like now Blanca and E Honda have a move where they do it and you can't even punish them for blocking it just because the frames, they get so much space between you. So yeah, I mean, I love Street Fighter 6. I love fighting games, and right now Street Fighter 6, Capcom has, in my personal opinion, one of the best franchises when it comes to the fighting game.
Absolutely.
Yep.
They've been holding that down for a long time too. And they're, you know,
Tekken had it for a little bit though. Yeah.
For me, Tekken was super innovative. I love the
storyline too. Like Tekken had a little storyline to it. But yeah, I agree with you. Like
just
now,
to predate myself, when I was getting into fighting games, Killer Instinct and Tekken were the two best games out.
Oh, I remember Killer Instinct for sure.
Killer Instinct was, oh my God, dude. That was the first game that introduced me to combos. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. I was always on it.
I feel Tekken and Tekken, I mean, Street Fighter was always around along with Killer Instinct. And I think Killer Instinct was kind of like the first game where you had like, you know, not actually, no, it wasn't. It was actually Darkstalkers. Darkstalkers was the first game when it actually had night creatures as playable characters, like Dimitri, a vampire. You had Morgan, who was a sucky bus. You had Raptor, who was a zombie. And then you had Frankenstein, et cetera, et cetera. But then you had Killer Instinct. You had a Raptor, you know, Raptor. And you had TJ Combo, who was a fucking boxer. You had Glacius, Bulgor. I mean,
you're throwing it back. You're really throwing it back.
But the Killer Instinct had
was obsessed with mastering the 36 hit combo from that woman.
Who? Orchid?
Yeah. I would just sit there and study it, watch people at the arcade just play all day. And finally, when I did it, it was one of the greatest feelings ever. Like I just achieved like a bucket list in my life.
Absolutely. We got you on camera now. We figured out how to put you on camera.
Hey,
what's up, yo? What's up?
But I think Killer Instinct had the most swag.
It did.
At that time. It was like,
yes, sir.
Combo breaker.
Oh my God, dude! Just the announcer alone made the game exciting.
Yeah, so that was something that was kind of cool. That, you know, Street Fighter, Tekken, none of those games had it, and that's why I think made that game a little bit more. I mean, it was dope in the hood because, you know, you had all that cool swag to it.
Absolutely, and blood. Remember blood?
And blood, yeah.
Do you remember?
Nintendo wasn't allowing blood at the time.
Remember, like, if you had a Super Nintendo, it was sweat. Unfortunately.
Exactly.
I remember that from Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
You remember?
They wouldn't allow the blood feature on the Super NES.
Yep.
So you punch him and it was just like spit coming out of his mouth. I'm like, what? I was like, I'm buying a Sega. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. Oh man.
That's when your mom's like, oh yeah, you know what? You can have that fighting game. I don't see any blood in there.
Yep.
No, I don't want it.
Yeah, and then, you know, then it came off. I mean, it went off to. After that, you had Primal Rage, which was a good game for Sega.
Primal Rage was cool, man.
Sega Genesis, and then you had Clay Fighter.
Oh my God, Clay! You're throwing it back.
Oh, dude.
Clay Fighter.
You had Tournament Fighter with the Turtles, with Shredder and all those guys. And that was one of the things when I've always been known as a mixed martial artist, and not until I started streaming on Twitch, people could actually see my personality and how real that was in the game. I'll never forget when I went to, it was a Destiny release party in California, and I went there, and everybody was looking at me like, oh, this must just be another athlete trying to come into our space. And I was like, nah, Playboy. I was like, you looking at the OG. And he was like, he said, his name was Malik. He was like, what's your favorite game? I was like, well, that's a very vague question, my friend. I said, you know, I'll just drop, you know, Onimusha. That was an amazing game.
Yeah, he tried to test you. Is what you're saying? He tried to test you.
It's always a test.
Yeah, he tried to
test you a little bit. He was testing me. He's like, I said, oh, it's Onimusha, man. I mean, about Nobunaga and demons and Fortinbras, and we just started talking about it. And I was like, he was like, what'd you think about 2? I was like, I didn't like 2 because it had Jubei in it. It kind of got away from, you know, Samanosuke. I didn't really like that. And we just, after that, everybody was, okay, you one of us. Come on in here, nerd.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I have a question. I got another question. Did other like fighters in the give you like crap about actually being into gaming, and like them not because it wasn't an interest of theirs?
No, not really. I'll never forget Donna Cerrone. He goes, you over there playing video games and all that stuff. What you need to be doing is drinking Bud Light. And I was like, well, guess what? This video game probably pays more than that Bud Light. So what you want to do about that? But nah, I mean, I've always been a gamer, and I've always been super proud to let people know that I play games. Like I feel like gaming is the one thing that all cultures, everybody around the world can enjoy with each other, right? Like in mixed martial arts, there is fans and there's people who also share the love and the passion of learning how to train. But there's also people out there who don't, a person in a wheelchair can't, train mixed martial arts. A person who's blind can't. I mean, they can, but never to the extent of the level that I've done it before. But
I don't know, man. I saw
everybody-
John Wick, man. I don't know, man. That guy was pretty.
I know, right?
That guy was pretty
I know,
dumb.
right?
But gaming enables people, is what you're saying. It enables, right?
It enables people. Where I feel like gaming, we all can just play and share our memories, our stories about, you know, when you play Dead Space, you know, how did you feel about Isaac Clarke and the red marker? Like, how did you feel about that story? What was good about it, right? Same thing with Resident Evil. You know, you can just go on hours and hours on the journeys and the experience you've shared when you played those games. And that's why game will always be my number one passion over mixed martial arts, because I met the most beautiful people around the world through gaming and shared amazing conversation. When it comes to fighting, it's basically like, oh man, I love your career. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And it will go from, I love how you did the Mighty Whiz bar. How'd you do that? Oh, I did it in the gym, X, Y, and Z. And then, what do you think about this fight? Oh, da-da-da-da. And that's the end of the conversation, to where it comes to gaming. You're like, dude, how'd you feel about Diablo 4? And I'm like, oh, dude, it was sick. I really love what they did with the environment. Like, it's more of a two-way conversation instead of one person just a one-way conversation and them just asking a whole bunch of questions. So
100%. So my bad again on asking you all those MMA questions in the beginning.
it's okay. You have to break the ice so everybody knows who I am.
I would also like to think it was more around.
My bad.
But here's the thing. You know, a lot of people who watch us are on our, you know, on our Twitch right now, maybe don't know who Demetrius is. So for you breaking it down for them and getting a little more of information on who he is actually perfect. You know, if you would have went in depth, we're still talking about it, then you probably would have been like, yeah. All right,
I have to go.
I gotta go.
All right, guys.
Peace.
Let's calm down now.
But yeah, definitely, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah. And I think that line is getting blurred too, right? Like, I guess you remember back in the day, it was like Revenge of the Nerds. Technology was only for nerds, and then there was a line that people in sports couldn't be, you know, connected to computers anywhere. You know what I mean? So
who's laughing now?
Yeah, I guess so, for sure. Now that line is a lot blurred, since technology is kind of like our everyday life.
I think the one that we all heard was, you're not going to make money playing video games, am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the funny thing is that, you know, when I first got with my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, but now she's my wife, she was like, oh, you play video games? I was like, yeah. And when we started dating, I remember playing Final Fantasy online, episode 1 and 2 on GameCube. We would play it, and me and my buddy would just go down there and fight the boss in the elevator. And she'll be sitting there and watching us. And then a year goes by, 2 years, 3 years, playing WoW. 4 years goes by, and she goes, I thought you would grow out of this. I was like, nah, baby, I'm here for the long. It's
never going to happen.
Never going to happen. And the other...
Whoa.
Oh, did we get cut off?
Did we get a little cut off?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, right at the best part, too.
Yep, we got cut off. Go ahead. My bad.
That's okay. We're at jiu-jitsu, and father comes in. His son's jiu-jitsu with my son, and my wife's there, Destiny. And she goes, out of me, his name is Mike. We start talking, and I was like, oh man, what's to keep you busy? He goes, oh man, I just got Diablo 4. And I said, what? And he goes, oh, I've been playing Diablo. I've been waiting 3 years, 4 years for this game. I was like, what? Did we just become best friends? And this guy's a bodybuilder. Like he lifts weight. This thing goes, oh my God, you play video games? And his wife goes, I know, it's something. And then we just started talking the whole time. And
so now you guys are best friends, and your wives are now best friends because they can relate, you know.
Yep. Exactly. So, I mean, I love gaming, man. I'll always love gaming. I'll do it till I'm dead. You know, I'll be on my deathbed and be like, beep, beep, somebody heal me.
Loot boxes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Wireless keyboard and mouse now.
That's nice. That's nice.
That's very, very cool, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I guess. I mean, what other games besides Diablo 4, Street Fighter?
That's it, man. That's it. I mean, I am looking forward to Final Fantasy 16 coming out, but I think I'll play that off stream, because when I built my new office, I didn't set up for console play. And right now, I'm in a point in my career where I like to play games when I enjoy them. You know, so to give people a little context of my streaming career, I started streaming on Twitch 10 years ago. And after streaming on Twitch for 9 years, my channel never grew to where I wanted to, just because I felt you would have to follow, as my best friend would say. He says, oh man, it's all circle jerking. Everybody takes care of each other. That's all they do. Yeah. And you know, obviously, if you've been around the Twitch community for a long time, you kind of know what if you know, you know. And so for me, my channel never regrew, and I didn't like how you have to follow a certain model where it's like, if you want your channel to grow, this game's coming out, so you have to play it and you have to grind it over and over and over and over. You know, the brand new Call of Duty comes out, you have to play it and grind it to build your community. Then when you try to go off and play a different game, you know, half the people or 80% of the people aren't even there watching. So for me, Twitch just didn't after 9 years, I was like, you know what, I'm taking a leap of faith. And I joined YouTube, and I've never looked back. YouTube has been absolutely amazing. The algorithm is amazing. And then you see what's going on with Twitch right now, taking, you know, you're at 70-30, now you're at 50-50, and now they're throwing ads on it. And I'm like, you know, and for me being an athlete, you know, I understand the power of your own brand. Absolutely. You know, it's basically, you know, it's like when Beef and Vendetta, he says the government, the people should not be afraid of the government. The government should be afraid of the people. So to write those words is that Twitch should be afraid of the streamers. Streamers should not be afraid of Twitch, because if all the streamers left Twitch, then Twitch wouldn't exist. Twitch wouldn't be what it is. To where you have other platforms that thrive off when the streamers come. You have Kick that does 95-5 split. You have YouTube 70-30 split, also ad revenue. You can run your own channel. So for me, you know, just want to give people a little background of my streaming career. So now, I'm on YouTube and I love it, and I ain't going nowhere.
It's like they forget really quick, like, don't forget who made you.
The people. It's the people, man. You know what I mean?
They forget that really quick. You know, once they get to a certain level, they're like, oh, we're gonna start doing this and this. And like you said, you know, all it takes is people to just like, you know, strike or say, you know what, the hell with this. I don't want to be a part of this anymore, and just move on to something else, another platform.
Yep, what are they absolutely. Gonna do? Yep.
I'm pretty sure they lost a bunch of really good, you know.
I think they reverted it though, in some sense. I know that they had like a conversation, like they had a certain set of rules that they were gonna kind of go upon, but then they kind of backpedaled a little bit. Is that something that's still in play?
I have no idea. Once they kind of booted Dr. Respect out of Twitch for nobody still knows that reason. And then once I started seeing them damn hot tub streams or whatever, and these girls pretty much butt ass naked streaming, I was like, I'm good, dude. I was like,
be on the low.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, I'm good. I was like, I'm leaving.
Okay, good. Yeah.
And then I just went to YouTube, and I obviously I keep up with some of the drama because it's go through my Twitter timeline, and I have other people in my community who used to stream on Twitch. Now they're on Kick or whatnot, and YouTube, or they're streaming on all platforms. So, but yeah, I have no idea if Twitch took that back or still keeping it. I have no idea.
Nice. It's crazy that like your career is about fighting, and then you want to play fighting games. Is there like just chill games that you want to play? Like
Diablo 4 is, man. When I play Street Fighter 6, I'm ultra competitive. I'm like, that does not make sense. It's not fair. You can't do that. Blah 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 blah. But Diablo 4 is my chill game. I play it off stream. I enjoy it. And then when I'm ready to get hype, I get myself, you know, my water bottle. I sit there and I'm just like, I interact with the chat, and I think it makes for great content. Like, you know, Street Fighter 6 is amazing content, and then also with YouTube, it's giving me the ability to be super creative. You know, my media company, Zygo Media, who handles all my gaming thumbnails, they've been killing it for me, just letting me be able to tap into my full creativity when it comes to streaming.
Yeah, and that's probably. Are you kind of prepping yourself on what's next? Is that what that is? Is like all like the entertainment, like video editing and doing creative stuff as well? Yeah. So a lot of my content on it, I call it the Mighty Gaming channel. Okay.
And the reason why I do that is because gaming is my true passion.
Absolutely.
Right? And if you go through my whole library on YouTube, you're gonna see way more gaming content just with the hours and minutes and seconds over my reaction video. So everybody's like, you should make another channel called Mighty's Reaction. I was like, no, I don't want to do that, because then I'm sending my fans elsewhere. I want to send them all in one place.
Sure.
And you have, you know, gaming and mixed martial arts coming together. And that's where I got the Mighty Gaming channel from. And, you know, once I get off this call, I'm going back down there and start, you know, doing more reaction videos for the Discord.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what was I about to say? Oh man, I left my train of thought here. Yeah, We actually linked it. That's what I was about to say. Everybody in the chat on any platform
you.
that
It's
we
so
are,
kind.
we put it in the chat for everyone to check out for sure. Because we definitely did a little bit of research in the beginning, and we love the channel already. The reaction videos are actually pretty funny too, man. We like them a lot.
Oh, wait till this new one. I just did one today, and man, I was laughing so damn hard. I haven't released it yet. I gotta edit it. I gotta do the thumbnail, and that's the thing. It's making me do it on my own. A lot of people are like, man, you should just pay people to do it for you. I'll pay Zygo Media to do my my thumbnails for the gaming. But as far as like the thumbnails for the reaction videos, I just do it myself. It saves me money. It teaches me how to do something else. Even the editing, and people are like, we don't have the time. I was like, well, streaming on YouTube, it's been amazing because when you go live on Twitch, the only time you're making money is when you're actually streaming, right? And you get subs and donations. But with YouTube, it's like, hey, I could be at, I was at the gym today and I was lifting weights, and I can drop a YouTube video there, comment to everybody, and make ad revenue. Like, that's the best thing for someone like me who's an athlete where, shit, you know what? My wife's like, hey, can we go out and do this? I'm like, you know what? Absolutely. We drop a YouTube video, drop the YouTube video. To where back in the past on Twitch, I'm like, no, I can't go out. I don't want to go out because I gotta stream out to keep that subscription numbers up. So for
it gives
me,
you the flexibility is what you're saying. It gives you that flexibility.
The flexibility is absolutely amazing. Like I said, I was going to stream today, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to spend 2 hours just editing, doing reaction videos, load up my YouTube library. And then that way, when I'm out and traveling, I can be like, I kind of have a consistent basis of like, this day I'll stream, this day reaction, stream, reaction, stream, reaction to keep, the viewers happy. But, lately I've been traveling. I just got back from LA yesterday for business. So I dropped the video yesterday and I dropped the video today just to let people know, like, hey, the content's still going to keep on coming. And I just love the flexibility that YouTube offers for me.
Absolutely. So I'm looking at your YouTube. You were in street beefs is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. All the videos that I react to are all the things that my Discord drops in my reaction section. So I don't go on YouTube like, oh, let me react to this, They send it to me and I watch it. Someone says, hey, dude, I found this one. It says you're in street beef. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. And then I watched it and I reacted to it.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. The strengths of being a famous person. But yeah, definitely. Do you have any questions about the PC that we're building? Because it's looking pretty good right now.
Thank you.
No, man. I mean, I've been with you guys for 10 years. I know the product's going to be amazing. I trust the wiring. I trust every single thing you guys do. And, if anything ever happens, I know you guys will stand by your work. I can send it back. You'll fix it. So, I'm super grateful to be able to be a part of Origin PC and be a brand ambassador. I truly believe in the product, obviously. And it looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait to get it. And I'm super grateful, man.
Thank you.
I'll make sure I get this thing out to you as soon as humanly possible.
Yeah. Can we get it out? We have what's the process after? We have the QA, correct?
I'm going to install Windows, integrate the system. I'll put a stress test on it. I'm literally going to beat the crap out of the system. I'm going to MMA
don't
the
beat
system.
Too hard.
Oh,
Don't beat it too hard.
I have to.
No, we have to do that kind of stuff.
Our testing pretty much pushes the system to its thresh point. Whatever its max point, you'll never reach it on playing any game you have. But our testing will push it. So as long as it passes my test, you can play whatever game you want on it and you won't have an issue.
See, and all the viewers who are here right now, this is one of the things I want to tell you guys. Yes, obviously you can go out to Best Buy and get a PC there or a tower, or you can order one off Alienware, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The reason why I've always stuck with Origin PC is that because they go through the technicality of pushing the PC to its limits before it ships it to the customer. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for that 24/7 support. You're paying for somebody who's going to hand build the PC, make sure the wiring is good, make sure all the lights and everything is not going to short circuit. And then once it's all packaged and ready to go, they're going to send it to you. For me, I like to have that comfortability to knowing that when I get my PC, I'm getting a fucking powerhouse. I'm not going to Best Buy, picking one of the PCs up for $2,000, and I get home, I got, Norton antivirus scan on it. I got all this stuff. I got Homeboy's last browser subscription on there. I don't want all that. I want a good PC that's going to run like a fucking stallion. And that's why I choose Origin PC. Okay.
My dude, I don't think this guy could have said it any better, man.
wow.
I'm blushing.
Yeah.
I'm behind the case. It's just
You also made a brown man blush.
grown man. I made a grown man blush.
Is
You
there
look
any-
at this. Look at this.
Absolutely. Is there anything you want to shout out right now?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, shout out to Origin PC and shout out to, all the fans out there. If you guys want to check out the channel, the YouTube channel, check out Mighty Gaming. And yeah, man, like I said, I truly appreciate you guys. You guys have always taken care of me. And, like I said, I speak truth. Everybody's like, oh man, you should build your own PC. And I was like, you know what? I'm not the best at doing that, but I know who is. And that's Origin PC. That's when I have them build it. That way, if it fucks up, they're going to take care of it. If I fuck it up, then I'm going to have to fix it. And I don't know what I'm fixing. I'll be on YouTube. How to fix my coolant.
Yep.
I ain't got time for that. I didn't want to take my time. I'll let the best do what they're the best at. And I'll keep on doing what I'm best at, which is entertaining people and whooping that ass.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I got time for that.
Yep. He's got time for it for sure. And we do really appreciate you jumping on and giving
Hell
us a
yeah,
chat.
man, this is
you know what I
awesome.
mean? It was definitely an honor for sure.
Hey, no, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. I cannot wait to get the PC in my hands, and I will be doing an unboxing, a legit unboxing. That's one thing I've dropped the ball on all these years, but now I got a beautiful Sony FX cinema camera that I can do some good content for you guys. And yeah, I can't wait to get it home and load it up. The only thing I'm worried about that I have to learn is I got to take my capture card out of my stream PC, take that out, put it in my gaming PC right now, which has a 3090 in it, and then swap that over to the left, take the streaming PC, put that in my other office, we're building the studio, and put that beautiful stallion on the far right, and let's keep the good times rolling.
Absolutely. You got to take some pictures for us. We're interested in seeing that.
You know I will. You know I will. Come on now.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, thank you. Really appreciate you joining, man.
Absolutely,
don't want to take
man.
a lot of your time. I know you're a busy person, and mad respect, and thank you for being a part of the family.
Yeah, thank you
Really
so much
appreciate
for
it.
taking the time and chilling with us, dude.
100%, bottom of my heart and bottom of everybody's heart over here, man. Thank you for being part of the family.
Absolutely, man. Anytime I can support you guys and you guys take care of me, I'm here. Shout out to Raphael and shout out to PJ. You guys have a wonderful night. I'm out.
Thank you.
Later, guys. Yo,
Later.
make sure, chat, you follow DJ. Please, man. That guy's channel is super entertaining.
It really is. Wow.
And there couldn't be a better ambassador. Come on, dude. Like,
Absolutely.
seriously, dude.
You gives you goosebumps. You know what I mean? Such a humble person.
Like, why don't you switch over to our system?
Nah.
Ain't gonna happen, dog.
Absolutely.
Ain't
What
gonna
a
happen.
humble guy to be representing
Hold
our
up.
company.
In his words, I bleed red.
He bleeds. I think we all bleed red. I'm not gonna.
Come on, dude. Like, what are you gonna do me like
Yeah, I'm just joking. For sure, man. Wow. Yeah. What was your takeaway on that conversation, PJ?
that? It was pretty damn dope,
You
man.
liked it?
Yeah, dude.
that was pretty nice.
He's
man.
a very, very entertaining person to speak with. He's
yeah,
very entertaining.
absolutely. Yeah, and he's just very passionate about gaming, very passionate about
Surprising to actually hear him say that. I love UFC, but it's not my first love.
crazy.
Gaming.
That's insane.
Gaming is number
Yeah,
one.
absolutely. He had a stretch too, so it's pretty cool that gaming is his first love. And I'm getting a. Yep. Okay. Cool. It's just this cable right here. Yep. It's okay.
Let's see what we got here in chat.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
How's everyone doing out there? I seen somebody said that I look like Christopher Judge, which is kind of messed up. What do you think?
Who, me?
No, somebody in the chat said I look like Christopher Judge, but yeah, he's a good guy. Let's pull that up. Chat, do you think I look like Christopher Judge? Let's see what that looks like.
Kratos?